Good morning, children. Once again for the online classes. Today I am going to take the chapter from civics chapter number 4. The name of the chapter is Gender, Religion and Caste. Let us see the introduction of this chapter. In this chapter we apply these ideas to practice of democracy in India. We look at three kinds of social division that can take the form of social division and inequalities. We can see three kinds of social difference that can take the form of social division and inequality. These are social differences based on gender, religion and caste. In each case, we look at the nature, this division in India and how it gets expressed in politics. We also ask whether the different expressions based on these differences are healthy or otherwise in our democracy. The topics of these chapters are gender and politics. In gender and politics, there are two groups, that is public and private division and women political representation. Second point, religion, communalism and politics. It is divided into two groups, communalism and secularism. Third point is the caste and politics. Here there are three differences, that is caste inequality, caste in politics. Third is politics in caste. So let us see the first one. What is the role play of gender and politics in private and public division? We are brought to believe that responsibility of women in housework and bring up children. We are brought to believe that women are doing this work, household work, and to bring up their children. Women do cooking, cleaning, washing clothes, etc. inside the house. Men do all the work outside the home. Here are the difference. You can see women do all the cooking, cleaning, washing clothes, etc. inside the house, and men do all the work outside the home. Now third point, let us see. It is not that man cannot do the housework. When these jobs are paid for, man are ready to take up this work. Here we can just see that it is not that man cannot do this work, but when they get job or if they are paid, men are ready to take up these works. Women can also do the outside work. For example, middle class women do the job. In the rural area, rural women fetch water, collect fuels, etc. So they fetch water, they take water from the well and they collect fuel. That means to burn, they collect the wood as fuel. But women are not valued. This much they do the work outside, inside, but they are not, their work is not valued. Women participation in politics is minimal. That means participation in the politics, the number of women are very less. Earlier women were not allowed to participate in vote, office, public affairs, etc. So it is said that earlier women were not allowed to do any work, participate in vote, especially for voting, then for the job and public affairs. Women fought for equality. Now we can just see that women, what they did? They fought for equality. Then they were given right of vote. Right of vote was very, very important. So right of vote was given to the women. Women's movement aimed at equality. So what happened? There they formed a movement, and that was known as feminist movement. Women's movement aimed at equality in personal as well as family life, and this movement was known as feminist movement. We now find women working as scientists, doctors, engineers, lawyers, teachers, etc. After struggling for the movement and for the aim of that movement at equality in personal as well as family life. This movement, the feminist movement, was there. They fought for the feminist movement, and in that movement, what happened? Now the women are working as scientists, doctors, engineers, lawyers, teachers, etc. As we know that in our country, such as Sweden, Norway and Finland, participation of women in public life is very high. Some of the countries' name, what we have seen, the public life is very high. But now also India is a male dominating country. Now we are talking about India. India is a male dominating country. That means males are ruling the country. So it is known as male dominated society. Now, what is the role of women in political representation? As we know that there is some low seat for the women. Proposition of women in the legislature is low. Here it is said that proposition, the number of women in the legislature is low. Percentage of elected member in the Lok Sabha is less than 10% of its total strength. Share in the state assembly is less than 5%. So we can see here 10% and 5%. The solution is what? Legally fixed proportion of women in elected bodies. Now what happened? There is a fixed proportion for women in elected body. For example, Panchayati Raj. In Panchayati Raj, 1/3 seat reserved for women. So in the Panchayati Raj, the 1/3 seats are reserved. That is 1/3 seat is reserved. Then result is what? More than 10 lakhs elected member representatives in the rural and urban local bodies. Now we can just see there is a graph. Actually this graph is not updated, but according to the textbook we have seen the date is given 2006. So what is in the textbook? According to this picture we will be just seeing the percentage of women in different countries. We can see India, we can just see 8.3. Here it is going on increasing, and the highest is Nordic countries. Here you can see 40, and rest 20.2, 19.6, 16.5, 16.3 Asia Pacific, 12.3 South Asia, 11.7, 8.3 that is India, and 8.2 Arab states. So we can just see the position of India, what are the percentage. By this we can know, but anyway India also 8.3, that means they have given little importance to the women. So this is given in the textbook also, you can note down in your notebook. Now let us see the second point, religion, communalism and politics. What is the role of religion, communalism and politics? Religion and the religious differences. What is religion and what is the difference in religious? Expression on religion in politics. Gandhi's view. What was Gandhi's view? That religion can never be separated from politics. Religion can never be separated from politics. He believed that politics must be guarded by ethnic drawn from religion. That means Gandhiji's view was that religion cannot be separated from politics. It was not with very good aims and very good thoughts. Gandhiji viewed that religion cannot be separated from politics. We can just see during the British time how Gandhiji gave good ideas by bringing up the untouchabilities, that is untouchabilities and the backward people. They went, Gandhiji went with the Harijans, and he kept the name, he gave the name that Harijan means people of God. In that way, Gandhiji, what he believed, that religion cannot be separated from politics. So politics in political way, then another religious means we should not show any difference between caste, creed and color. That was Gandhiji's view, and he is telling politics must be guarded by ethics drawn from religion. Human rights group argue that victims of communal right in our countries are the people from the religious minorities. Minorities means they are from a very, not very means majorities, not in more number but in less number. Women's movement has argued that family's law of all religions discriminated against women. So here again the point is that movement has argued that family laws of all religion, families, there is law for all the religion, there are rules and laws for all the religion. What it is telling, laws of all religion discriminated against women. Then last one is all the sentence involve a relationship between religion and politics. So all whatever points we have taken, it is said that all this sentence involve a relationship between religion and politics. Relationship between the religion and politics. Now the second is communalism. The use of religion in the politics is called communal politics. When beliefs of one religion are presented as superior to those of other religion. Here what happened? One religion are presented as superior to those of other. One religion is superior to other. It is when beliefs of one religion are presented as superior to those of other religion. When the demands of one religion group are formed in opposition to another. When one religion demands, what happens? Religious group are formed in opposition to another. When state power is used to establish the domination of one religion group over the rest. What happened? When state power is used to establish the domination of one religion. Domination means putting down. One religion going down. So what happened? Other group, religious group over the rest. So same thing will be done to the other religion. Communalism can take various forms in political as mentioned below. So let us see what are the politics as mentioned below. What are the various forms of politics? They are below. A communal mind often leads to a quest for political dominance of one's own religion. Quest means asking questions or asking doubts or putting a doubt for political dominance of one's own religion community. Political mobilization on religious line involves the use of sacred symbol, religious leader, emotional appeals and plain fear in order to bring the follower of one religion together in the political arena. Now let us see what is secular state. Is India a secular state? Yes, India is a secular state. Some of the features of Indian secular states are: there is no official regions for Indian state. Why? Because there is no official region for the Indian state. We have seen our state, face of our mother India, that how many states are there with different languages, different color, different creed, different food habits, everything different, but they all are one under a national flag, so it is known as a with different religion. The Constitution provides to all individuals and communities freedom to process, practice and propagate any religion or not to follow any. Here what happened, the Constitution provides us to all individuals that we can practice any religion, we can do prayer to any god, that is all practice or propagate any religion. They can propagate any regions, and there the Constitution provides us, there is no restriction to any people. The Constitution allows the state to intervene in the matter of religion in order to ensure equality within religious community. For example, untouchability. Just now I had told you about the Gandhiji, how Gandhiji showed oneness to bring all the people together, that there should not be any difference. Constitution allows the state to intervene the matter of religion. Any religion people can, all are having equal right under the law. Here again we will see the caste and politics. Caste and politics both have some positive and some negative aspects. Let us look at them. Now caste and politics, it is having positive, some of the positive aspects also and some negative aspects. Let us see. Caste inequality. Caste inequality means in caste there is equality or inequality. In most society, occupations are passed on the form of one generation to another. Here what does it tell? Occupations are passed. Occupation means work is passed to one generation to another. Caste system is an extreme form of this. In this system, members of same caste, the same group were supported to form social community that practice the same or similar occupation. That means marriage within the caste group, and they did not eat with members from other caste. This was the difference. Same or similar occupation they marry within their own caste, and even they will not eat with other caste group. When economic development, large scale urbanization, growth of literacy and education, occupational mobility and weakening of the position of landlords in the villages, the old nation of caste are breaking down. The Constitution of India prohibited any caste-based discrimination and laid the foundation of politics. Here, the Constitution has prohibited any caste-based discrimination and laid the foundation of politics to reverse the injustice of caste system. So what happened? The Constitution has given there should not be any caste feeling, there should not be, all are equal in the eye of justice. Caste and politics. Caste in politics. Caste can take various forms in politics. When politics choose their candidates or when governments are formed, political parties usually take care that representatives of different castes and tribes find a place in it. Political parties and candidates in election make appeal to caste, can make appeal to caste sentiment to win the election. They can appeal to caste to sentiment to win election. To gain third point, to gain support, political parties raises caste-based issues. They can raise caste-based issues during election. You can just see during election what happen. The issues they bring, and to get political support, one man, one vote. So what happened? To get political support, what is it? The one man, one vote. That a single man can have one vote. System or adult Frenches have made the voter very powerful. The adult Frenches and one man, one vote makes very powerful. The last is the political parties have made people belonging to lower castes conscious about their right, lower castes conscious about their right to vote their power. That means they are bringing, they want the conscious about their rights. Political parties made people belonging to lower caste people to come and give vote. During election, caste matter, but it is not everything. Caste matter is not everything. These are many other factors that impact the election. People assessment of performance, people's assessment of the performance of the government, and the popularity rating of the leader are considered during election. How popular and rating of the leader, popularity rating of the leader. Just have a look at the below point. Candidate and parties need to win the confidence of one or more castes. So what happened here? Candidate and parties, what they need to win? Confidence of more than one caste and community to win election. No party wins the vote of all the voters of a caste or community. Some voters have more than one candidate from their caste, while many others have no candidate for their caste. The ruling party and the sitting MP or MLA keep changing whenever fresh election takes place. Politics in caste. Politics also influence the caste system and caste identities by brightening them into the political arena. Here are the few points that supports this. Each caste group tries to become bigger by incorporating within it neighboring caste or subcaste. Various caste groups are formed with other castes or communities, and then they enter into dialogues and negotiation. New kinds of caste group have come up in the political arena, like backward and forward caste group. So here is the last, that is the backward and the forward caste group. New kinds of caste group have come up in the political arena, like backward and forward caste group. So this is the end of this video. Let us continue in the next video. Thank you.